Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. This is pretty much the morning routine I use personally as an agency owner. I'm going to be using this into August. Sorry, I've used this for the last few months of this year, and to be honest, it's worked really, really well. I've got a lot done, but most importantly, I've moved the needle. Okay, this right here, I'll cut out all the fluff. Okay, none of this fucking meditation shit. None of this fucking reflection in the morning. None of this grounding or anything like that. Okay, obviously that they are good things. You should definitely do them at some point. But I think in the morning, to be honest, if you're not already making a good income, or even if you are making a good income, it's not exclusively just for new agency owners. Or if you've not got a lot of it automated, you just still need to put a lot of manual work in to move the needle, move the money needle. This is the best routine. Cut out all the fluff. This is all the shit which you need. Okay, and to be honest, this isn't going to be a long video. It's going to be super quick. I'm just going to run through it. I've not got too much time myself. So yeah, I mean, I break it down from 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Okay. Obviously, I know a lot of people can start earlier than 8 a.m. For me, unless you've got a lot of deep work to do, um, like a lot of deep work. Maybe you've got like a project which you really need to work on. Maybe you're building a course or something and you need to just work totally undistracted, like not even any possibility of a distraction. Maybe like fucking 5, 6 a.m. Do that. This though, this is just for day to day. This is for a normal day. Um, or pretty much just work a normal weekday. So, I'm gonna kick it off with 8 a.m. So, I mean, to be honest, this is pretty simple. You're gonna be waking up, okay? Get out of bed. You should definitely have an alarm. A lot of people don't like alarms. People rely on their body clock. I wouldn't do that. Well, to be fair, it depends. If your body clock's really good and you're waking up at 8 a.m. every single day already, and then an alarm might not be useful. But I mean, to be fair, I would probably put an alarm on at maybe 8:15 if you do rely on your body clock, just in case you accidentally go over. But even if you don't, you're just waking up naturally around 8 a.m. You're not going to be woken up by an alarm, which will obviously disrupt your sleep if you are still sleeping. But obviously that fall back at 8:15 if you do accidentally sleep in a little bit too long. Yeah, 8 a.m. That's what time I wake up. And by the way, throughout this, from 8 a.m. until around 11 a.m., you're not going to touch your phone, okay? Unless you absolutely need it, for maybe cold calling, for SMS, something like that. You shouldn't be touching your phone. And if you are, what I would recommend doing is on my phone, I've got this focus mode, okay? Um, it's a custom made one. It's kind of like do not disturb, but I remove so all on my home screen, like on my layout of my phone. But all of my work apps are on one homepage. So on my focus mode, when I turn it on, it blocks all notifications from social media like Instagram, TikTok, etc., and Twitter. Um, and it removes that page off my phone, so I can't even see it. Then again, though, there is an app library on iPhone. So to get around me using that, I have this pretty much like this shortcut automation thing inside this focus mode, which activates an app called Opal. Okay, it's a really good at this. This is good for reducing screen time, but blocking apps as well. And you can't just get around it like you can in maybe parental controls or screen time for Apple, where you press, give me 15 more minutes, it just lets you. Opal, it's not. It requires a lot more manual effort to actually access the app if you've got it blocked. So basically, with this automation, if you turn on the focus mode, it automatically enables Opal for these apps, for the social media apps, and also any other apps which you don't want to use. So it's really, really good just for eliminating this distraction. And furthermore, the notifications which come from the social media apps, they won't be shown in the notification center either, because obviously on focus mode when it's on like do not disturb, you could swipe up and press like see notifications while in D&D. It doesn't even have the notifications show up, so it's perfect. That's what I like the most about it. That's what I've got on pretty much all of this morning. Okay, to be honest, most of the day, unless I'm expecting a message from someone or maybe I'm going out, for example. Most of the time, I'm in this D&D mode where it only allows notifications from work apps, WhatsApp, and WhatsApp business. WhatsApp because that's where I communicate with my business partner and if my family needs me, and WhatsApp business for my clients and leads. So no tech, no dopamine. So I know some people when they get into the shower, which is what you do, which what you can do after, they have music on in the shower. I think that's pathetic. Can you really not go 5 to 10 minutes without fucking dopamine? That is ridiculous. If you listen to music with, so if you shower with music on, call that out immediately. You're a fucking dopamine monkey, you fucking weirdo. Well, I wouldn't say a weirdo, but you know what I mean. Obviously, you're gonna brush your teeth, etc. You're gonna do all the basics. I walk my dog. This is good. I don't bring my phone with me. I don't wear AirPods, anything like that. I just walk with a clear head. Okay. A lot of my thoughts actually are gathered in this time. Good ideas are gathered. You know, I can prepare myself for the day. You know, understand what okay, I'm going to be doing this, going to be doing that. Pretty much my day's prepared the day before anyway, so I don't really need to think about that. But a lot of good ideas, maybe for my agency, for my personal life, for things which I'm going to be doing in the day, or just maybe just general ideas come up when I'm on that dog walk, and it's good because it clears your brain. If you've got anything on your mind, you can clear it. It's quiet, you know, it's about 8 a.m. Really, the only thing you're going to be hearing is maybe some cars going past, people going on the way to work, but yeah, it's not going to be a lot of people out at that time. And then once I get home from my walking my dog, obviously I'll feed him, and then I'll just get on with some deep work. Okay, and that is pretty much deep work for the rest of the morning. I'll be honest with you. Because as soon as you wake up, your brain is in the state where it's functioning the best. You've got the most focus, you've got the most energy in the morning, usually. If you don't, I'd recommend drinking at least 2 glasses of water in the morning. Some people take coffee. I personally don't because I just know I'll be reliant on it. And also, it's not good for my heart. So I don't take caffeine at all. To be honest, I don't think I've had a kind of Coke in like 3 years. So I don't take coffee, but if you want to, feel free. 2 glasses of water do me though. That's really good. And I just get on with deep work. I'm sitting, obviously not here. I'm in Italy at the moment. If I haven't mentioned already. Um, I just sit on my desk, do work. Okay. Whether that's calls, whether that's just back end work. Mostly at 8 a.m. it's back end work. Just get on with that. Okay. Undistracted totally. Perfect. Just get on with fucking work. This is where you move the needle. This is the time, you know, people don't see, you know, people fucking, everyone else, all your friends, well, most of your friends probably, um, you know, all the people following you online, people who you've told about what you're doing, they're all going to be fucking asleep at this time, okay? This is where you get the work done. And if you don't get the work done now, you're not going to get anywhere because it's the shit which you do when no one's looking which actually matters, okay? And this is why you do it this early in the morning. And this is why you just get on with fucking work. Within the first hour, you should be working, okay? If you're fucking outside walking on some grass barefoot, okay? All respect to you, okay? I understand that's good for your health, it's good for your mind, it's good for your body. If you're serious about growing this agency, though, or growing any business in that matter, just get on with fucking deep work. Get on with some work, okay? If you want to do grounding, do that later on, okay? Obviously, I'm not neglecting health. There's 5 pillars. And one of them, well, 2 of them are wealth and health. You can't be neglecting any one of them, okay? Because you won't become a well-rounded man. You're just going to be in one pillar of your life you might be good at. Not even fucking perfect. You're going to be good at it. You might as well max them all out. That is what's popular at the moment. And that it's not even about what's popular, it's about what's good. 9 a.m. Okay, I'm gonna start some cold calls maybe. If I need to do some cold calls, I'm gonna start that around 9:30. Yeah, my ACP will be awake by then, they'll be on their phones. They'll probably be in work. I'll do some discovery calls. It's gone through my sales process. Basically, have like before our meeting, we have like a phone call discovery call. Just call them, ask them a few questions before the call. If they're not qualified for the service, I'll disqualify them. If they are, then obviously it's a confirmation, I guess, on the meeting. And I'll also, furthermore, confirm the meetings which I've got that day in the morning, just to ensure that they will show up. That's pretty much it. Deep work, basically. 10 a.m. More deep work, whether that's maybe sales calls. First few sales calls maybe start around 10 a.m. But the general gist of it is I'm locked in on work, okay? By the way, there's no phone entertainment at all, okay? I'm not listening to music in the background. I've literally just got one tab open on the task which I'm doing, okay? One thing which pisses me off, what people have, is they've got loads of tabs just open at once. Like, what? How are you seriously focusing on one thing? Focus is the most important thing that you need to have. And you've got fucking loads of tabs open. You've got YouTube open, you've got Miro open, you've got fucking Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, you've got fucking school open, you've got Gmail open. How are you actually fucking doing the tasks? How are you actually making progress if you've got all that shit open, all that shit clogging in your mind? It's never going to work. Close all your tabs unless the one which you're actually using. Okay? Log out of all social media as well. Next, well, I also have no food during this time. It's kind of like a fast. Feel like when I eat, my brain becomes a bit sluggish. I get a bit slower. Okay, so I tend not to really eat in the mornings until I get absolutely everything done. Obviously, I'll drink. I'm not gonna fucking completely starve myself of water. But no food. That's just gonna distract you. It's gonna waste time, especially in the morning, which is the most important hours, as I said before. It's also just gonna make your brain more sluggish. And no distractions either. Finally, 11 a.m. This is, I guess, the last hour of the morning. After this, it depends on my day. It's not always the same after 11 a.m. So maybe I'm going out somewhere. Maybe I've just got sales calls. Maybe I've just did more deep work. Maybe I've got something to do. Cold calls, for example. Basically, 11 a.m. I have my first meal of the day, my breakfast. Usually it's eggs. Sometimes I have a mackerel pate. I made a mackerel pate maybe on the weekend. I'll have mackerel pate and sourdough. Most of the time it's scrambled eggs, poached eggs, or steak and eggs. If you watch my TikToks, day in the lives, you might know about that. But yeah, first meal of the day, hardest tasks out of the way have already been done up until 11 a.m. And then maybe after I've had my meal, I'll go to the gym. That is usually what I do, to be honest. Now, you know, I usually stick to this verbatim, okay? Because the best thing to do is have something which you don't need to think about. You wake up in the morning and you already know exactly what you're doing because you do it every day. You will get decision fatigue if you're doing different things every single time. Even if you've got it blocked out in your calendar, it's not always the best, port of call. Now, what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to show my calendar for, I think it's Monday. Um, and yeah, this is literally going to be my day on Monday. Hold on. So this is my routine, which I'm going to do on the Monday the 4th. Obviously, I'm in Italy at the moment. This is pretty much the next, the first day in August, I guess, other than Friday, which I'm going to have a full calendar for, full schedule. This is going to be my day, pretty much. Start off at 9. Okay, the reason I'm starting off at 9 is, it looks like I'm going against my morning routine already. I'm not starting at 8. The reason I started at 9 is because the day before, it's actually my stepdad's birthday. So we're going to be, I guess, not partying, but we're going to be up, later than I would normally would. So I want to get the hours of sleep back. Obviously, which I've lost on holiday as well, I guess. I've been waking up quite early because it's kind of like traveling holiday, not like sitting around the pool, for example. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna have to get the hours back. So I'm waking up an hour later. Admittedly, that's not the best. And obviously, as I said before, I don't stick to the morning routine verbatim. Okay, it can move around depending on the day. But this is basically my day on Monday. Morning routine until 9:30. That includes walking the dog. I'm gonna then send my SMS from 9:30. I've got, as you can see in red, they're just the SMS times. I basically it's a difficult situation. If you want me to break down my SMS system, allows me to send thousands of SMS per week for around £10 a month, really cheap. Let me know. Obviously, it does require a little bit of manual effort. When it says send SMS, I don't need to personally copy and paste the SMS. I just need to press start on my automation thing. It just reminds me to do that. And then at 10 o'clock, I will start cold calling for an hour. And then I'll have a bit of a break from a cold call, just because, if I found when I cold call for around over an hour, I start to just get, a bit monotonous with it. I start to fumble on my script. I'm like, basically, it's not the best. Cold call, the quality goes down. So then after an hour, I'll have a bit of a break. I'll do some admin work instead. Check out my to-do list, see if I've got anything to do on there, which I definitely will. And then I'll do some more cold calling for another half an hour until 11:30, as I can see lunch or breakfast, because I won't have breakfast in the morning. Is at 12. It's pushed an hour back because I started an hour later. Um, I'll do that for about an hour, and then I'll record a long form YouTube video like this, 12:45. Then I'll do some discovery calls, and then I'm gonna walk to the bus, and then I'll get the bus to the gym. I'll get in the gym at around 3:30, an hour workout, and then I'll get the bus home, and then I'll obviously have some dinner. I'll have a bit of a rest as well. When I say rest, to be honest, I don't really rest. Either I'm probably editing. During this time, I'm probably editing a short form video, um, or I'm doing some back end work basically. Waiting for my dinner to be ready. And then at 7 to 9, I will be doing some deep work, whether that's loads of things really. It's not like one set thing for deep work, it depends on what I've got set for the day pretty much. And then I will probably have my daily call. It's not quite confirmed yet, that's why I've got a question mark. Have my daily call with my business partner around this time. And then I'm going to plan my deep work sessions for the day after, which is what I do at the end of every day. And then 10:30 to 11, I will read. Okay, I'm currently reading 48 Laws of Power by Green, I'm pretty sure it is. It's actually a good book, which is not directly related to agency, but it's good for developing myself personally. And I'm not just going to become a massive narcissist, which I'm kind of getting. I think is the general scheme of the book at the moment, but I'm not going to take everything on board. Obviously, I'm going to obviously take it all on board, but I might not implement every single thing because well, I'm not going to get into detail about a fucking power book. But anyway, that has been my morning routine. Okay, um, I would recommend following this morning routine if you actually want to get some fucking progress in. Okay, if you want to actually move the needle rather than doing shit which you're waking up, you're doing all this bollocks which you might have been told on TikTok. Trust me, it doesn't work. Okay, do this morning routine. You'll get fucking loaded. You'll get fucking progress in every domain of your life, and you'll get the hardest shit out of the way in the morning. Do this shit. Don't fucking just watch this video and then go on to another video. Go on to fucking, I don't know, man, Gadsy, watch Fortnite, watch COD or something. Fucking implement this. Write this shit down and do it. Do it now!